Hello everybody, Handheld Gamer here. Welcome to another one. Today I want to do an unboxing of something really cool that I picked up. Been waiting for a while for this, and that is the Amiga 500 Mini. Never had this computer back in the day, but definitely looked awesome. I have the Commodore 64 up there, the Mini and Maxi, and I gotta open up and do the unboxing of the Maxi eventually. So I'll probably do that next week. But I want to do this A500 because it just came in and it looks awesome. It really does. It's like a piece of tech that I didn't know existed till about 10 years ago and missed out totally on the Amiga games. And it looks like it was a great computer back in the day. Really fantastic. I would have loved it. So without further ado, let's unbox it and check it out. Okay, so here is the Amiga 500 Mini, 25 games included. So fantastic. It comes with the A500 Mini, 2-button USB mouse, 8-button USB gamepad, USB-C power supply, and an HDMI cable. And we got the graphics of, I think that's called Speedball, the game down below there. So that's pretty cool. And on the back we got 25 Amiga games included. The top of the box, from Retro Games, the A500 Mini, and we get to open the fresh plastic. It's all sealed even. This is really fresh. Fresh and so clean. So one last look at it. I can see it in the right corner, Alien Breed, Zoop, or Zoop, what that game's called. Zool, I think it is, a ninja. And let's just open it up here. Satisfaction sound of ripping open plastic. Okay, let's get it out of here. Just doing it carefully. So now we can see it outside its box. We got worms down the far left corner. There's the joystick, the mouse. Side of the box again, like I said. 1.8 meters long for the cords, just so you guys know, for the HDMI and USB-C. That's how long they are. There's the games: Another World, Zool, Worms, Pinball Dream, Simon's Quest, Sentinel, F-16. I think I've only played like a couple of these games on here, on other systems. Never played it on the Amiga. So it looks interesting. You can load your own games. Side of the box. Top of the box. Bottom of the box. And let's open it up. Let's get inside here, figure out how to open it here. Don't want to damage the box. Kind of want to keep this one up with the Commodore 64 Maxi box and Mini. So it looks like we got a little tape here. So just be careful and slice it open. And there we go. We are in. There is inside tab of the box. Looks like it's got the little symbol for the logo for the A500 Mini. There it is. Look at it. Looks fantastic. It looks really, really nice. Never seen one in person. Never touched one. So this is my first experience with the Mini version at least. Not a real keyboard, but still cool. Look at, there's a little floppy disk, fake drive there. And inside the bottom there, plenty of vents, so it's going to stay nice and cool. And 3 USBs, the 5-volt in, and the HDMI. So it looks really clean. I like it. It looks like a sleek little thing. It's so thin too. It's a little bit thinner than the, a little more thin than the C64 Mini was. C64 Mini was chunkier. So a quick look at the booklets. No one really reads these. I'm just flipping through it. Different languages, different things, how to use the buttons and the control pads and so on. And what's under here? Oh, look at that. I really like the logos for the mouse and the joystick. It looks just simplistic but clean at the same time. So I like how they did that. So gotta open it up here. What do we got in here? I wonder. Sure looks like a controller. Oh, it's a controller. And it's an interesting looking controller. Never used a controller this shape before, so it'll be interesting. I do like the colored buttons, kind of reminiscent of the Super Nintendo in the PAL region, European regions. We never got buttons like that here in the US with multicolor, so that's awesome. And looks awesome. We got the it looks pretty cool. It's like a little U almost, or something. Or a little old school phone headset. So that's pretty cool little controller. I like the colors too. I guess this is what the original colors were of the Amiga 500. So that's pretty cool. So we'll save that box, keep it all nice and safe there. And I wonder what's in here. Could it be a mouse? Or are they just tricking us? Let's see. It's a mouse. And oh, it's an HDMI also. Okay, there's the HDMI. Don't need that. Pretty cool. I'm definitely going to keep that. And I may very well use some of it. Not the HDMI, but I'll probably use the power supply, just because of the color of it. The mouse looks really nice. That's what it looked like back in the day. It's a little rectangular thing with 2 buttons, but it looks pretty cool. Everything looks very awesome. Like I said, I didn't know about this this computer till about 15 to 20 years ago at the most. I said 10, but I think it's like 15 or 20. I found out through the Retro Gamer magazines, and because they always talk about it, how they praise this computer, and I seen some of the games in their top list, and I always wanted to experience it but never did, and now fast forward to 2022 I can. So it looks fantastic. Can't wait to unbox the rest of it, or actually hook it up and play it. Gotta save this. Very cool box there. Oh, I forgot to put the plastic sleeve in, so I better open it up, put that in before I close it up. To keep it safe, all nice and crispy. And I'm gonna keep the USB plug, because I'm gonna use that to power the system across the room. I have an extension USB cable, so I'll just hook it into that, so I don't have to worry about how short it is. I'm running on my coffee table here. So there it is. I'll put it all out, display it. But there's the mouse. There's the A500, Amiga 500. And here is the controller. Let me move this. Let's see. I'll move this up. Move the controller down so everybody can see it. There it is. It looks pretty clean. So definitely A500 Mini looks awesome. So let's check it out now. Let's hook it up and check it out. Okay, so here's A500 Mini. Let's choose my English language here. You get 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz, depending on your preference. I'm 60 Hertz. So we have Alien Breed 3D, Alien Breed Special Edition 92, Another World, Arcade Pool, All-Terrain Racing, Battle Chess, Cadaver, California Games, The Chaos Engine, Dragon's Breath, F-16 Combat Pilot, Kickoff 2, The Lost Patrol, which looks interesting, strategic action role-playing game, Paradroid 90, Paradroid, Pinball Dreams, Project X Special Edition 93, Quack, The Sentinel, Simon the Sorcerer, and Speedball 2, Brutal Deluxe, Stunt Car Racer, Supercars 2, Titus the Fox, Worms Director's Cut, Zool. And that is it for the list. Now, capturing this footage, quite a bit of interesting games here. Never played most of these. Alien Breed never played, but as I was capturing the footage, I realized this play is like Doom. So pretty fun. Just a little bit more rougher resolution. But really interesting, good game. I have to play more of this. I'm definitely looking forward to diving in and playing lots more Alien Breed, because it was pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be playing that once I finish recording this video. I'll be playing a lot of these games, and it's cool little game. It's pretty fast paced actually, and it's cool if you hit the pause menu, which is start, and then push up, you can see the controller layouts for each game, what they do. So that is awesome. They did that for each game, and it makes it a lot easier to see. And you can save up to 4 states, which is cool. So if you push down and pause and hit down on the controller, then you can save your game 4 states, similar to the Nintendo did with the Nintendo Mini NES. So Alien Breed Special Edition 92. Capturing footage for this was interesting too. I figured it would be similar to the other one, but no, it's more like a top-down game, zoomed out like the old Grand Theft Auto games, where you but controls a lot easier than those did. The Grand Theft Autos were pretty brutal to control back in the day. I always had trouble controlling those. So it controls a lot better than the Grand Theft Autos did back in the day. But it's kind of like horror survival, top-down view, also some elements of trying to find keys and money and things like that to get to the next areas, to unlock these doors and get through and rescue people and so on. So interesting game. Definitely reminds me of the movie Aliens, the way they did it. So very cool. All-terrain racing, interesting game, ATR. I'm guessing depending on the car you pick, maybe it plays a little differently. But you have the sports, canyon, and forest. I'm going to take the canyon. And you get to choose your buggy, formula, or 4x4. So I'll take the 4x4 Jeep here. As you can see, it's another one of those old school top-down racers, like 4x4 Off-Road, I think the game was called in arcade. So very cool little game. I really like this also. I have to play more of this, get used to the controls again, because I haven't played these type of games in a while. So you get used to the controlling a little bit at first. It's not hard, it's just I'm not used to these type of games anymore. California Games, played it quite a bit on older systems back in the day. Game Gear, Genesis, Atari Lynx. So never really liked it back in the day. I know it was popular for a little while, but this version is graphically a lot more powerful, superior than what I played. Graphics look nice, and I'll have to dig into this because I actually had a little bit of fun playing it. I was getting the hang of surfing here. As you can see, I didn't get the hang of it at first, but then I started getting a little better at the end. Still got to figure out how to do jumping the waves and so on, but pretty cool little game. Not bad, and it has many events to choose from. Everything from rollerblading, well actually skating they call it, to other sports, hacky sack. So Chaos Engine did play this. Played this on the Sega Genesis back in the day. So I liked it back then. You pick one player, then you pick a supporting character, and the computer plays supporting character, and it's a run and gun kind of type of game. And it's a lot of fun. This game, this version is really graphically powerful, more than I remember on the Sega Genesis, and looks fantastic. So I'm definitely going to be playing more of this again. And everything, like I said, the controls on this system, everything just runs so well. And the controllers feel so nice in your hands, actually. I thought it was going to be uncomfortable kind of setup the way it looked. But it's actually a very comfortable controller. And like I said, this game is pretty good. Definitely worth checking out on the Amiga. And there we got Dragon's Breath and F-16 Combat Pilot. Dragon's Breath was an RPG. This is a flight simulator. And I really didn't play these back in the day. I think I played a little tiny bit on the Commodore 64 as a kid. But this is interesting. It looks like a good game. It's just I got to figure out how to fly this thing. I finally figured out how to throttle and take off, but I couldn't figure out how to lift the plane. So as you see, I'm definitely no Top Gun. I suck. Definitely kicked out of flight school. Couldn't get my jet off the ground. Kickoff 2. Fantastic game, actually. Not into soccer games usually, but this is such a fun, fast-moving arcade-style soccer game that I actually had a lot of fun with it. I'm not very good at it yet, but I can see why people probably liked this back in the day, because it was a great game. It moves fun, fast, fluid. Lost Patrol looks interesting. RPG-style game where you're 7 people who crashed their helicopter in Vietnam and you have to survive. So pretty interesting. I'm definitely going to be going back and playing this also, the Lost Patrol. And here are the 7 survivors coming up. So there they are, and you basically search areas for food and such, set traps, search areas for food and things like that. And it's got these Viewmaster style animations for the movie stills, so it's interesting. Back then I'm sure that was really graphical, so pretty cool. Definitely going to be playing a little bit more of the Lost Patrol. Battle Chess I probably won't play, but I'm glad it's on here because I always was curious about this clunky thing, how it moved and played. Not good at chess in the first place, but I mean, I may check it out again. I would rather have the Star Wars one. I don't think that was on this system, but still pretty cool to see it in the animation and everything. Arcade Pool is another one that I'm not into pool games that much, pretty much any of them, but the graphics are really nice, the controls are nice. Still got to figure out the mechanics of hitting the ball exactly, but fun. It's not bad. I'm getting whooped by the computer right here. That's not me. Wish that was me. I'm the one that hasn't hit a ball in yet. But interesting, interesting game. Another World really looks fantastic on this system. I think I also have it on Nintendo Switch now. I've played it on multiple systems in the past, but it is nice seeing it here. And Another World is an interesting graphical style of the game. As you can see, the animations and everything is very unique for its time. Kind of a, what would you consider it as? I don't even know what you consider it as exactly, because it plays differently than a lot of games. An adventure style. This is basically Uncharted back in the day, maybe, as you consider it as. I don't know. This may have been considered the Uncharted back in the day. Let me know if I'm correct, if you agree with that. But either way, it is a pretty interesting game. And very, for its day, it was, like I said, it was really graphical. Now, I've forgotten how to play. I never beaten this game, but I did get pretty far. I know you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to get chased, then use it later on to survive. So I messed that part up. I was just testing out the controls. Now, I forgot about these. I couldn't figure out how to jump, because I know you're supposed to jump out of the way of those things. So either way, it looks very nice on this TV. And that's why you're supposed to jump, because you'll be a ploppy dead mess. Simon the Sorcerer heard many things about this over the years. When I first seen this in Retro Gamer magazine, talking about the best Amiga games. This is one of the games that always comes up. It's a very brilliant writing, funny game. I'm gonna put it at 2 times speed because it does go a little slow in the beginning. But the humor is hilarious. And it's a click and... what do you call those? A click adventure type game. But but very interesting. As you can see, the animations are really good for, even to this day, it's pretty funny. I was reading it, and it's a funny little story he's talking about. Simon, he gets transferred, teleported into another world, a world of magic and something, and it goes on from there. But it looks very interesting. Definitely looking forward to playing more of this. This is one I'm really excited to be playing soon, so hopefully maybe after I play Alien Breed, I'll be making sure I work my way through this. Also, if you are watching this and you own one of these things in the past, let me know what games I should be playing on this, because I know there's a lot that aren't on here, because you can sideload games easily, and it tells you can do that. So what games should I be looking out for this Amiga 500? I think it's Amiga 5, 8, and 12 it plays games. But either way, it looks interesting. Simon the Sorcerer looks interesting. This is the world it gets teleported to. And these ogres, see them right there. So very interesting game. They probably want to chow down on Simon himself. So pretty cool. Pretty cool little game that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I saved it right after here so that way I wouldn't have to go through that storyline. Like I said, that was at 2 times speed, so it's a little slower. So it looks interesting. Type game, something that I've never played. I've seen these type of games back in the day, just never played them. Never played like I forget what the other popular ones are, but never played these type games either way. So it looks fun. And you see you can do all kinds of different things. So I'm saving it ahead of time because that was 5 minutes worth of that I sped up. And the last one here, Zool, the Space Ninja or something. I forget what he is. Galactic Ninja. Now I've seen this game in the past, never played it, but it looks pretty interesting. He's in a candy world, very bright, very colorful. Sure, the backgrounds are a little over too bright. It's hard to see things going on, but I'm sure back in the day people had fun with this because, boy, it's very graphical. So he must be in some kind of candy land of some sort. But it looks interesting. And anyways, that is quite a bit of games on this system that looks interesting to play. Plus, like I said, you can easily add games to it. So that's why I wanted recommendations for anybody that's owned an Amiga to let me know what games I should be playing that I'm missing out on. Okay, so that is it for this review of the A500. What do I think of it? Well, I think it's a fantastic system. It is really, really good. Superb, actually. Very brilliant. I love the cool mouse from the 80s there. That is fantastic. I really love that. I really love the controller. At first I thought it was funky the way it was designed, because you hold it just that way with it facing up, and the shoulder buttons are here, and the D-pad, you know, and so on, the buttons. So at first I was like, oh, it's going to be comfortable. But actually it's really comfortable. It's a really comfortable controller and really works great. And like I said, the aesthetics of the system is fantastic. They really did a wonderful job of creating what it looked like back then, including with the little floppy disk drive looking design on the side there, and you get 3 USBs on back. You're going to use 2 of them. You're going to use one for the joystick and one for the mouse if you have it plugged in, and that leaves the third for a memory card, which you can put games up, upload games. So if you have any games, Amiga games, legally owned, wink winky winky, but if you legally own any games, you can sideload them there and play them on this unit. So that's fantastic. Let me know which games that are not on here that are worth playing if you owned an Amiga or had one back in the day. Because there's a lot of games, like I said, that I'm brand new to this, brand new to the whole thing. I've never had one. I've only seen it in Retro Gaming magazine, Retro Gamer magazine, and they talked about it quite a bit. So I know they loved it, but I never owned one. And all these years I kind of wanted to mess around, but didn't really feel like doing the emulation route, just because, you know, there's certain things that you would rather have the full streamlined experience on. And you could do emulation and try them out, but I think this is the better way of going, just because you get the actual representation of exactly what the computer looked like back then, and everything's streamlined for you. So all you have to do is just plug it in and start playing. The only tinkering you have to do is if you want to add your own games. So it's just pretty cool. And who is this unit for? Well, this is for anybody that either has nostalgia for it, of course, because they're going to really love this, or people who just love experiencing games maybe they didn't play, like me, who may have grown up in that time period but never experienced it, because, you know, I grew up with the C64 over there, and I have to do a review on that too. That's the Maxi, which is really hard to get hold of. The Mini's easy, but the Maxi is definitely hard, and I'm surprised I haven't opened it up yet to do a review on it, but I will next week. But like I said, I definitely grew up with that Maxi up there, or with the actual C64, Commodore 64. But never grew up with this, but I really love this, and I would have loved this computer back in the day. Now, what was a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate this as? Well, C64, not the Mini, but the Maxi, is a 9 out of 10. I'm going to put this on the same level as the Mini system. The only reason it's holding back is because the keyboard's, it's a minor thing, the keyboard doesn't work because it's just a representation, a fake mock-up of a keyboard. But either way, even without a keyboard, they have a virtual keyboard built in on the screen. That's just a minor nitpick, so I'm still giving it a 9 out of 10 because the games selection on here is fantastic. There's quite a few games on here that I really want to dive into, and I'm going to later today again. I played for about 2 or 3 hours yesterday. I'm going to really dive in and really play some games. I want to play this Simon's Quest because it's really a brilliant game. I can see the humor in it. It's really fun. Really want to dive into Alien Breed and quite a few others. So anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Oh, and also, just before I go, I'm going to put the link in the description to where you can get one of these. So if you want to get your own. I got mine on eBay, but I'll see if there's other links, so I'll include it. Anyways, that is it. Take care, everybody, and have a good one. Until next time.